morning to work out, you need to be
That's the solution. There, you got it all in 14 seconds. That's the solution. I am not far from Dayton. I actually spent a lot of my time. I did not go in the Oregon district, but I went like 2 streets over because that was more to my liking. It was more upscale. The Oregon district, uh, to me, was more college-like, college kids, and that's fine, but that's just a different vibe. And to be just 100% completely honest, and the truth of the matter is, there were shootings in the Oregon district before. People now don't, if something happened more than 5 minutes ago, people totally forget about it. But from what I'm remembering in my mind, and it was a very long time ago, pardon me, somebody that, knows the history needs to please give me that information. I haven't researched it because I film on the fly, but there were deaths there before. Of course, nothing like at this magnitude, but I'm the type of person where if somebody has been killed, like in a bar or in the street or in a parking lot, I kind of don't tend to go back. Now, this whole situation that happened Sunday evening, Sunday, in the morning, is totally different. And I'm in total solidarity with everybody who is in that area. All the business owners, all the people who frequent it, I will go there. I was just speaking the other day how I want to go to Thai Nine. Thai Nine is a restaurant that is in the Oregon district. I would usually go there and eat, and then, like I say, I have my regular spot, and I don't want to say what that is because, hey, it's the internet. But we're shook. We're shooketh, aren't we? We're shooketh. Also today, I saw someone. They've got a pit bull puppy, and they were grabbing it by the skin and smacking it in the face, and I don't know what to do. I've already done 2 things that I know I should do, and they're like, well, and I don't want this person to know that I would be the one. Yeah, I reported you, because, that ain't good. Then someone else was fighting. I don't know what's going on around here, but whatever. But now with the whole shooting thing, I'm really struck by the one lady who went out. She had a baby not too long ago, and she went out. It's her first night to, kick her heels up, and now her poor baby doesn't have a mother. I mean, that's just so horrible. And I don't want to put false information out there, but I am going to say what I want to say because it's my freaking channel. From what I've heard and what I've read, the shooter, he shot his sister because she was dating a black man. And the majority of the people who were shot were black. So the president of the United States has been ginning up the whole racial thing. I was raised, oh my gosh, he is eating potato chips on his own. Oh my God. And these are made in Dayton. Look, let's see. Here. See? Dayton, Ohio. So with the whole shooting things, it's kind of hard to believe. One of my friends said to me, you predicted this. And I'm like, did I? What did I say? Yeah, that's the thing too. I need to write things down. So I had another prediction right after this happened. And my prediction is that it's going to happen again here's like the map of the US, more towards like the center, northwest, kind of up in that area. That's what I think. I don't want it to, but that's like my feeling. And I think, I really feel like we're numb to it. I feel numb to it. It's strange. I just do. I think also in the US, we're so used to being sitting ducks. And then I think also black people, we're used to being shot dead in the street. You know? So while this thing is really, it's really horrible, and it's hard to believe, but we get it all the time. Every day it's something that could happen to us. So maybe our level of like shock isn't as great as other people's. I really have to applaud the people in the Oregon district who have gone on camera and are just saying they're there, and the people who went out, also the people who started the do something chant. I can't believe that the news doesn't have that entire. They should play that in its entirety because it was very stunning. One woman started saying, "Do something, do something." Other people joined in, and then it was like hundreds of people all saying, "Do something." And here's the thing about DeWine: his daughter drove like a bat out of hell. Not blaming her, that's what I've been told. And she killed herself in her car. Now, as a result of where it happened, because our roads are like, we have a road called the Devil's Backbone, which they kind of made less gnarly, where DeWine's daughter killed herself. He had them straighten that road out. So, he did that. Let's see what he'll do about this whole gun thing. And I guess that the guy who bought these guns did them legally, which that shocks the hell out of me. Because I can probably go out and I don't know, maybe by the end of the day, I can have an AR-15. You know, people, all the people who have guns, who want guns, have them. And they don't all do it legally, you know? So all of this talk about, background checks and this or that. Okay, well, that may cure a little bit, but the majority of the people that I know and that I think about and who have guns, they don't do it legally. So that's just, it's stupid. I think it's so stupid. Okay, do something legal about background checks and this or that. But, and then also now with this shooter, there definitely, from what I'm hearing, were some mental health issues. He, in high school, he made a list of, I think, people he wanted to shoot, and then women he wanted to rape. He was suspended, but then he got to come back to school. And so many people, their children, they do things like that, and the parents stand up for the child and protect the child. I'm going to throw in Farrah Abraham, supposedly balcony, and the dog died. Now Farrah is trying to say that the dog had a tracheal, which means your throat, a tracheal issue. Yeah, and the dog was stressed from construction. Um, just looking, and I don't speak ill about children, I don't, but I'm going to say what I feel. Looking at her, she's got issues. And just from being in the family that she's in, she's going to have some horrible issues. And she needs to be in counseling immediately. Immediately. And here's another prediction. I see that she's going to kill Farrah, or kill somebody, or get on drugs, or maybe Farrah will um, encourage her to get pregnant in her teens, so then she can continue the generational, legacy of being on MTV Teen Mom. I don't have cable, so I don't watch the show, but I do watch all the updates, and I like the people's channels who do updates and things on the computer. That's nice. You went down. So I think this whole gun issue. It's like, here's the gun issue. And like inside of there, I would say, is like the mental health issue. Because if you are a whole, complete, sane person, you're not going to gun people down. And you don't need legislation to stop you from gunning people down. Here's my book, Get What You Want, The Art of Making and Manifesting Your Intentions. So when you get a gun, what is your intention? Is your intention to mow people down in the street? Here is the first intent. Support life. I refrain from opposing or harming anyone. I allow others to have their own experiences. I see life in all things and honor it as if it were my own. I support life. So I could go into that. Oh, I found this I'm looking for. I could go into that and say, well, you know what? I support life, so I don't support guns. You can have a gun and you can target practice. People talk about, animals. They're so beautiful. Well, take a freaking camera with you to, if you want to observe, the beauty of animals. I think Dayton is great, and Dayton is doing fine, and Dayton has a lot of grit, as the mayor says. I'm really impressed with her. I haven't seen her before. I haven't really heard her speak, but I'm really impressed. And I say Nan Whaley for 2020. To all the white people who say that Trump is not racist, fuck you. I've got my passport, and I may leave. If he's in for another 4 years, I think I might. And I advise anyone else who has their passport to leave. He wants us to leave. So black and brown people, I just had a thought that just shot to me. Maybe he's wanting us to leave so that when it comes time to pay the reparations, because if we're not in the United States, then, maybe they'll make some clause or something that we can't get reparations. And people talk about reparations. Do you realize that the Japanese who were put in internment camps were given reparations? Why? So that's really all I have to say about the issue. It's sad. And I also want to add this on too. I have said myself many, many times, I'd rather be shot in the back at Dayton at 2 a.m. than to be holed up in my house scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I ain't scared of nothing. And I've been through enough BS and just abuse, radical abuse. Doesn't faze me. Does not faze me. And if I could change places with any of those people, sure. Just stay strong, Dayton, and don't take any crap.